Welcome back to Find a Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at the DXY, the US dollar index on the weekly chart with just moving averages and the Gaussian channel. We're going to kind of break it down, simplify it, what to look for on the weekly, long-term, the monthly, long-term, and everything in between. So if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Patreon. If you want to join Patreon, you get access to our private alerts group where there's no surprises, right? We try to keep you updated with much more content there and keep you up to date every day. So check that out if you want. February 1st is tomorrow. Might be a good spot to do it. Let's get going on the DXY, the weekly chart. Red Gaussian channel on the weekly. Usually going to be bearish. However, let's look at both sides of perspective, right? So look at back here, right? We bounced right off of this moving average. What is that? I'm glad you asked. It's the 200-week exponential moving average right there in the pink. Bounced off of it back in July. Nice little epic rally. We got a gravestone doji here, marked the local top, reverse back down, and guess where we held the line again? Right at the 200-week, okay? So right now, I think we're kind of at the breaking point. We're on a seesaw here. So we're either going to look at option A is we reject here in the next couple of weeks or maybe this week off of this median Gaussian channel. You can see that kind of divides the bulls and the bears here, right? Rejection back here, held resistance, broke through here and rallied hard to the upper Bollinger Band. So that's first and foremost, we're either going to break through here in the next couple of weeks and likely rally again to the top of this Gaussian channel, right? Or I think I said Bollinger Band before, so Gaussian channel, if I did say that. If not, ignore that. So we're either A, going up here, and then likely rolling down, right, over the next, the later half of 2024, or, right, we could probably stretch that out a little bit. So I'd say something similar to this, and we have kind of a delay in crypto for the next couple of months, and have a delayed, maybe rally going into late summer, right? And then we get a capitulation out of the DXY, or option 2 is we reject here earlier in the next handful of weeks, and we could start a greener, crypto spring, right? If we do something more along the lines of this, right? We're looking for 2 lines in the sand right here, right? So 1, take out that low, and 2, let's paint this as a zone instead, where we need to take out not only that low, but really that 200-week EMA right here. So we need to break under the 100 level, right? Psychological level as well. We haven't been under that with any given amount of time. We saw it briefly for like maybe an hour and a half back in July before it went on an epic rally. So we need to see that for the most part in the not so distant future. And that's when likely crypto will be doing very well. Alt season, Bitcoin on its way to 60K plus all-time highs after we get under this zone. Now, when could that be? I think the earliest we see it is maybe early summer, right? If it follows this path, or, right, it prolongs a little bit and DXY gets a little bit crazy, maybe still puts in a lower high here, right? Where we just kind of march down the stairs. Here's our initial high, come back down and kind of dead cat bounce here. Here's establish a lower high, come back down. And then just, this ends up being our, just our lower high again, right? Or, right, we reject kind of where we are at this median Gaussian channel and really start to help crypto out sooner. So one or the other. If it goes up first, right, we'll know in the next couple of weeks, I would guess, right? And how we will know, we'll just start to watch these green closing candles, right? If you close a weekly candle above the mid Gaussian channel here, you'll start to turn fluorescent, right? That's bullish by definition. That's why we're tracking the Gaussian channel. So that's what we're looking for in the next handful of weeks. Are we going to reject and maybe, help crypto out for the spring? Or are we going to spend the next couple of months kind of on pause or, consolidating, moving back down towards Bitcoin's 21-week moving average and, DXY is kind of moving up, right? So that is what we're looking for in the days, weeks, and months ahead. Speaking of months, let's go check the monthly chart. How does that look on the Gaussian channel? Right? So we've now, look what's happening here. So same thing, right? Big rally up over the past several years, right? Came down, kind of dead cat bounce, lower high, came down. Look at where we bounced, holding support right on top of the monthly Gaussian channel, right? Look at that. That's 2 months bouncing, right? That 200 week, very close to that top of that Gaussian channel, right? Now we're still seemingly trying to look how it loosely holds that EMA 8, that red line, as resistance here. We got a little bit of a bullish bounce off of this, right? That initial 200 week that we hit, right? And that kind of took us through. That was really the only time. Last month, right? Really, November and December both closed under the EMA 8. And now here we are, January, the last day of January, potentially closing under the EMA 8 again for the third consecutive month. At the same time, we're kind of squeezing between support at the top of the Gaussian and resistance at the EMA 8 monthly. So we're going to have a decision soon enough. We'll see how February shapes up, starts off next week. Keep you updated, right? Again, if you want more help, you don't want any surprises, you're tired of getting surprised what the hell is going on, we try to keep you alerted and updated every day in our Silver group, Telegram. That's can be found through Patreon. It's linked right below. Send me a message if you can't find it, have some trouble. I'll text your grandma and she'll help you figure it out. Okay. All right, let's get to our quote of the day. If you aren't fired with enthusiasm, you'll be fired with enthusiasm. Good one. All right, car of the day, or should I say truck of the day? Squidward. Monster truck. Monster truck. I went to one of these last year. This came up in my feed, so I figured I'd throw it up. Upside down, backwards, and sideways. You wouldn't want to really do this in too many Lamborghinis. Might not work out well for your pocketbook. Again, the grandma words. What do we got here? This guy is looking like he's in a spot of bother, right? Nose down going into a ramp. I don't know how that turned out. And we got Sharky, the Megalodon, right? Where maybe Statham needs to make another movie called The Megalodon on land, right? We got that. It's there, right? What else we got? Max D. I think he won the event. I don't know how you win this. It's probably all set up like wrestling. But you know, that's where we are. I'll wrap it up there before we get too redneck for you. Monster Truck Rally. We took my 8-year-old son to this. He loved it. It was really loud. If you've never been to one of these, they're loud as hell, right? They don't have the old mufflers. All right, so I'll end it there. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, great. You learned something new, right? You're smarter than you were 8 minutes ago, or however. Yeah, about 8 minutes ago. That's a pretty good guess on a dime. It's not like I have the clock right in front of my face when I look over like this. All right. All right. Have a good one. And Max D thanks you.